Hello Rebel Pals, my special VPs. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dr. Emasi. I post videos on the art of rebel interaction with difficult people, how to show zero emotional reaction, and how to be cool, calm, and calculated in your verbal communication with them. This channel will teach you how to be mentally strong and quick on your feet. Hi everyone, today's topic is how to make people value you. This is one that we'll all need. I'm going to start by painting this picture to help us understand why people treat us the way they treat us. Let's say you place a $10 value on yourself and people are coming around tossing you here and there and disrespecting you or treating you like you're $10. But there is someone else who placed $100,000 on themselves and they're getting much better treatment. What do you think is going on? Why do you think that other person is getting a better treatment than you? Why do you think the other person is getting more respect than you and that people actually value that person more than you? Could it be because you placed $10 on yourself and you are allowing people actually see that and think that all your worth is $10? The simple answer is true. That's why. That's exactly why people might disrespect you or treat you like trash, treat you like nothing, don't appreciate what you do because you accept whatever. So that's what I want to address today. The bottom line is people will treat you the way you present yourself to be treated. This is not to say that there are no crazy people out there who will disvalue you and treat you like trash even if you place $100,000 or $1 million on yourself. With such people, it is what it is. However, they will still treat you better if you place $100,000 value on yourself compared to when you place $10 on yourself. So what I'm saying is, if people are treating you like nothing, if people are treating you like trash or they're not going above and beyond for you, the answer is simple. You're scared to be honest about what you stand for and what you stand against. And most especially, you're thinking too much about outcomes, consequences of speaking exactly how you feel, or at least you're sugarcoating how you feel. Some empaths, for example, will not even speak up at all, or they may say the opposite of how they really feel. It is good to be nice and sweet, but it is not healthy to think others deserve to be treated like queens or kings, but you don't. You are going above and beyond for people or for a particular person, but they're not reciprocating this treatment. That is not healthy. Here are some tips to help you turn around this. Number one is to learn how to set healthy boundaries. And what that means is you can use the 3-second rule. An example is use the 3 seconds rule when you have to call someone out for treating you less than you think you deserve or less than how you will treat them. Your brain has 3 seconds before it goes into a protective mode, which usually will mean it will stop you from saying what you really need to say. Practice counting down from 3, but before you get to 1, speak up and send the message in your heart to keep this person on notice that they did XYZ and that does not fly with you, or that they should not do XYZ next time. If you don't show people how to treat you, trust and believe, people will treat you any which way. You have to be willing to express yourself. You have to be bold and brave to speak up where you need to and when you need to. Timing is everything. Now, we're not talking about going from 0 to 1,000. There has to be a healthy balance of being able to speak up and being able to control your emotions. So I'm not talking about you just go crazy on people because they disrespected you or they did something wrong. No, I'm saying you need to show people that if they did something that's disrespectful or something that's unacceptable, you need to show them what they're supposed to do or tell them what they're supposed to do and what not to do. If you don't say anything at all, chances are people will just think that, well, next time they could do it again. And sometimes people might not even realize that they did something that is disrespectful, or they did something that you didn't like or you don't like, because we all have our likes and dislikes. One man's meat is another man's poison. So what you may do to someone else that someone might find offensive, to another person, that's exactly what they want. So if you don't speak up to people to to tell them what you like and what you don't like, there's really no way for people to know. They might just be treating you according to how they want to be treated, which might not be your cup of tea. So this is what setting a healthy boundary is all about. When you indicate what you don't like, when you indicate how you want to be treated, but people still keep breaking the rules or crossing those boundaries or crossing the lines, then you have to reaffirm this, and you have to do what you need to do to make sure that they don't repeat this behavior towards you. If you keep it in your mind and you swallow it or you bury it, that's actually going to turn into a bigger problem in the future, because then it's not just going to be one person. It's just going to keep going on and on all through your life. It's going to carry on to other people, even to your kids. The second rule of thumb is to stop overthinking things, to stop overthinking the outcome of what will happen if you set a healthy boundaries, to stop overthinking the consequences of you speaking up. Again, there's a thin line between speaking up firmly and being rude. So you still want to do it in a respectful manner. You want to present yourself. You want to present your likes and dislikes. You want to set your boundaries in a healthy manner. Just get rid of this thought where before you speak up, you're having this dialogue by yourself. You're over analyzing what will happen if you say to someone who has clearly disrespected you or who did not appreciate you. You're overthinking what will happen if you say that you don't like that, or that what they did is unacceptable to you. You have to get rid of this control. So in other words, what you're trying to do is control. You're trying to control the outcome. This is not healthy, because if you keep doing this, then you have to keep over analyzing everything, and you need to be free. That's bondage. Your mind needs to be free. When you speak up, your mind, your heart, everything is free because you have said what you have to say. But if you don't say what you really need to say, this is also essentially saying that you value the other person's feelings more than you value your feelings, and that's not healthy. So if you're thinking about people more, or you're treating other people better than you treat yourself, so you're nicer to other people more than you're nicer to yourself, that's not healthy. There has to be a balance. You have to learn how to self-care, like take care of yourself. I can use this example. When you're in a plane, for those who have flown, when you're in a plane and they're talking about these safety protocols, right, where they're talking about what to do in case of an emergency, you will always hear them say, take care of yourself first before you take care of your kids or anybody around you. So meaning, if there is lack of oxygen, they expect you, or they advise people to put on their oxygen mask on first before they start putting on oxygen mask on their kids or on the people around them. And this also goes in life, because if you don't take care of yourself, if you're not alive, how can you take care of someone else? So you need to take care of yourself, be healthy, so that way you can take care of the people around you, so those people can also be healthy. An unhealthy person really cannot, just think about it. You're unhealthy, so you're not going to give your best to the people around you. They're not going to get the best of you. This is why learning how to set healthy boundaries, for people to value you, for people to respect you, is very crucial. It's very important in life, in everything, not just personal, but even in professional setting, at work. In order for your colleagues not to disvalue you and treat you like trash, or your boss or your supervisors not to look down on you and treat you like crap, you have to show them that this is what you're worth. So if you're showing people that you're only worth $10, that's what you're gonna get. Imagine if you go to a restaurant and you order something, you order a meal. Whatever you order is what you're gonna get. Now, there are some people who will screw up your meal, but it's not gonna be majority of the people. And that's what we're talking. This is the lesson we want to learn today, that you need to look at yourself like you have this value, this worth that you've placed on yourself. And as you go about life, you're placing an order to people on how they value you and how they treat you. So if you place an order to somebody that you are worth $10, that's what you're gonna get. So we need to learn from people who actually have a high value on themselves. We need to learn what they do. So if you know anybody at all who has these qualities in them, they're just leaders. They're just natural leaders. People just respect them no matter what. People don't mess with them. You want to probably engage with them to find out what they're doing right, so that way you can learn and do some of those things too. There are some that are not going to be healthy, like when they are completely on the extreme end of being maybe rude to show that they have to be respected or they have to be appreciated. That's not what I'm talking about. Everything in life needs a balance. Too much of anything is bad. Too much of anything is bad, period. So if you're being so rude trying to show that you are worth $1 million, that's bad. Now, it is true that people who value themselves and set firm boundaries may come across as mean, stubborn, or heartless, but one thing is for sure, they're completely honest about what's in their mind. People who don't value themselves are not honest about their feelings, and they may suffer in silence or in secret. It is better for your mind to be free and for people to think whatever they want to think about you than your mind to be in agony or bondage and have people thinking you are so sweet. If you're being a doormat, trying to show that you are not a sensitive person, you don't care how people treat you, they can treat you like crap, that's bad too. So we want a healthy balance. We want to be in a healthy place where people are not treating you like trash. People value who you are. People appreciate your effort, your contribution, everything you do. People appreciate you for who you are, and people are not walking all over you. On the other hand, people are not scared of you. There are people who have shown that they're a no-nonsense taker and everybody's just scared around them. People walk on eggshells around them. We don't want that either. That's not healthy. It's not healthy for you to be that kind of person that people will have to walk on eggshells around you. People are scared to step on anything because you can go off or you can just be this crazy person. So no, we don't want that either. That's not healthy. What we want, what we're talking about, is a healthy, well-balanced person who people just respect and people value, people appreciate. Now, these are examples of what people who value themselves think. People who value themselves think about the most important outcome and not the other way around where they're scared of consequences of speaking up. They think about the most important outcome, which is, by the way, getting a fair treatment, getting the respect they ordered or they deserve, and getting the best treatment they can possibly get. But people who don't value themselves, they're scared of speaking up, they're scared of whatever consequences may follow if they speak up, they overthink what they want to say before they say it, and at the end, they may not even say what is in their mind. And to be honest, they are not speaking their authentic feelings. So in other words, they are dishonest with their feelings. So the people around them will not even know that they are not honest. So these are just the differences between people who place a high value on themselves and those who don't. Okay? So if you're one of those who overthink what you want to say or your feelings, this video is for you. You have to let go of that behavior, that personality, that instinct, that characteristics or that attributes of overthinking what you're gonna say. At the end of the day, you don't say your feelings because you just want to let bygone be bygone, or because you're scared, right? Or because you don't want to ruffle the feathers. We also have to remember, I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, we also have to remember that an honest conflict is better than a dishonest harmony. There's a statement I just remember that I want to share that I heard the other day. It was a statement that I had to reflect on, and I said, wow, okay, it goes like this. If you are worried about something, it means you have tolerated it. Let that sink in for a little bit. Although it's not everything, because there are things that we have to tolerate in life. If you've tolerated something and you keep wondering or worrying about it and bothering yourself about it, if this thing is just eating at you, then why are you tolerating it? It doesn't make any sense. So if you're going to tolerate something, let it go. Let it not bother you. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Okay? I want to end by saying, be strong, be bold, stand firm. Don't be scared of these consequences you have made up in your mind that can happen if you speak up. Most importantly, place a high value on yourself and respect yourself so that people can see it and also respect you. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today and listening to the end. Please like this video, share with others, and subscribe to my channel if your subscription button is still red. Feel free to leave a comment. Until next time, bye bye.